Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Tengu Otogi Zoushi. Today we are starting on Kohaku's route, as we only have him and the Onmyoji left. And you know, I don't tend to go for those youngins, but this youngin is 100 years old. He just happens to be the youngest of the Tengu. Alright, so anyway, of course, as usual, I am skipping the previously read text, although some of the text is still going to be the same. So you'll want to watch Yamabuki's route first, if nothing else, or you're going to be very confused. And remember, of course, I can't reveal endings, so this is basically like a preview of each guy's route. So let's start along his route here. Who are you? Of course, so apparently when you want to date one of the Tengu, you always have to be nice to Yamabuki. And thank you. It's amazing. Okay. I don't know. No idea. Are you worried? And this time, take some rest. So I guess Kohaku likes lazy girls. There's still time till dinner. Maybe I'll take some rest. I was a bit tired from all that went on today. I walked to the futon mattress to lie down, and then a small tap sounded from the bamboo screen. What was that? I peeked through the screen but saw nothing. I checked that nobody was on the duckboard before opening the screen. An acorn? There was an acorn on the floor. There was no acorn tree in the garden, so where did it come from? Is this like Kohaku's version of throwing stones at a girl's window to get their attention?
You're so clumsy. That's why you were kidnapped by Kurama Tengu.
As I looked back and forth all around, a voice came out from behind. Yikes! I looked back to see Kohaku in my room.
So, this is your room.
Kohaku-san looked around. Did you come to see me? Of course, what else would he be here for? Hello, Kohaku-san. Did you come to see me?
What? No, I just stopped by on my way.
On your way where? Oh dear, he's a tsundere, alright. Kohaku-san's face went all red, and he looked away. It was a very long way from Otago Mountain to here, but what was he here for?
What is it? Do you want to say that I'm bothering you by coming here?
No, I'm not. I'm happy you came to see me.
I see.
Kohaku-san's expression lost stress. It's still bright outside. What if someone sees you? Thank goodness Kagetoki-sama left. If not, it would have been a disaster.
I cast a spell of invisibility on myself, so only you can see me.
And this room has a shield, so... Kagetoki-sama made a shield around this room, so Ayakashi can't enter. And he's like the weakest of the Tengu, so... Kagetoki, man, you suck!
Are you talking about this?
Kohaku-san showed me a piece of paper he was holding. Did you break it? The paper closest to the entrance was gone. That was placed by an Onmyoji, my fiancé.
This weak crap is useless to me.
Kohaku-san laughed with his nose, crushed the paper, and threw it on the floor. Before it reached the floor, the paper burned to ashes. What? The other 3 pieces of paper burned down as well, and the smell of ashes filled the room.
Your fiancé knows nothing about shields.
I don't know much about spells, but does that mean you're stronger than Kagetoki-sama?
That's right.
Kohaku-san seemed boastful. He started to stare at the furniture in my room. Stop judging me! Stop judging my room!
Is this a koto?
He pointed at the koto in the corner of the room. Yes.
And this is a flute. You have many instruments in your room.
It's the family business. I am the daughter of a flute player. Kohaku-san asked me about each piece of furniture he had interest in.
Humans have a lot of stuff in their rooms,
he said while fingering the dice of a board game. His eyes were shining at all the things he had never seen before. Is your name the same kanji characters as the gemstone?
Yeah, but what makes you ask?
You have a beautiful name.
You think so too? I kinda like it.
Kohaku-san made a big smile, and I did too. Since when have you been living together with Chitose-san? I heard he was living on Otago Mountain with Chitose-san. It's a sensitive subject. His face suddenly stiffened.
16 years ago.
Quite a long time. Well, to us, not to him.
Yeah.
He stuck with his words, so I thought I shouldn't ask anymore.
I've been feeling like this since we first met, but your smell reminds me of something.
Of home! Because your home is inside of me. Which is a weird thing to say, but it is. The spirit of his home. His face closed in, sniffing. What? Kohaku-san! How rude! That's rather improper. He suddenly started to smell my neck, so I pushed back his chest.
What could it be? Not incense, but...
He combed my hair up with his fingers and tried to smell the back of my ear. Oh! His breath made a pleasant shiver run down my body.
Why are you making such a funny voice? Oh? Oh my!
Kohaku-san made a small shout of surprise, suddenly realizing what he was doing. Our eyes met at such a short distance, and we looked away.
That wasn't on purpose.
Are you sure? He waved both of his hands and stepped away. I know. I'm sorry about making a funny voice, I answered, looking down at the floor.
Well, I'm going back to the mountain.
Already? Oh, right. Awkward couple of kids here. Come see me again if it's alright with you.
Yeah, if I'm in the mood.
In the mood, huh? That's the only time you're gonna come visit me? He pushed the screen, stepped out, and said bluntly,
I'm looking forward to a better shield next time.
Then you won't be able to come in.
That shield was weak enough for the weakest Ayakashi to break.
Kagetoki-sama's shield was that weak.
Well, none of my business anyway.
Kohaku-san released his wings and floated. Come see me again. Apparently at this point I'd just totally forgotten about Yamabuki. I didn't bother to ask about him at all. Nothing. Kohaku-san glanced at me and vanished into the air. He's gone. I wanted to talk with him more. When could we meet again? And skipping the dream. It's almost time to prepare dinner. Let's see if there's something I can do. Father was off duty for confinement. Although it wasn't necessary to prepare his lunch, it was better to lead a well-regulated life. I crossed the hall to the pantry. Wait a minute, so I guess because these stories are written by different authors usually, it's different, but I thought in the other route she wasn't even supposed to leave the room pretty much because other people weren't supposed to see her now that she's of age. You shouldn't be doing this, girl. What's wrong, everyone? A servant in the kitchen had a troubled look. Oh, Sumire-san, we were preparing dinner, but it seems we ran out of salt. There's no salt? The servant bowed her head as I blinked several times in surprise. I'm awfully sorry. I will send somebody out to the market right away. Then I can go for you. No, you can't. You're not supposed to leave here without servants. Of course not. The closest market, right? It's right over there. But if your father finds out? The daughter of a court official would not be allowed to go shopping, but you know that we're not such a rich family. Not according to the other stories, this wasn't okay. I folded the bottom of my kimono so it wouldn't disturb my walking. It is normal for women of middle-class noble families to help out with the chores. At times, I cook together with a servant in the kitchen. I like cooking together with all of you. Let me go. Then please, take somebody to escort you. I'm all right. I'll be right back. Oh, Sumire-sama? I ignored the servant's words and headed to the entrance. I put on my white silk sandals and hopped outside. Probably not a good idea. I was excited because it was the first time I had ever been outside by myself. Oh, your dad would be so angry. I passed the gate to the market to see many food and products everywhere. I squeezed myself through the crowd to find some salt. May I have some salt?
Here goes. Careful there, it's quite heavy.
Man, how much salt did I buy? How much salt do you need? I handed the shopkeeper some coins, and he handed me a bag of salt in return. Well, that should last a really long time if it's that heavy. It actually is quite heavy. I held it in front of my chest so as not to drop it by accident. I walked through avoiding people, but I hit somebody that was trying to pass by. Oh! I hope I didn't spill the salt. My body tilted over. I was going to fall. The salt will spill. No, not the salt.
Hey there.
Somebody grabbed my arm and pulled me back. Thank you. I thanked the unknown person who saved me.
You're really clumsy, you know.
And you're a stalker, aren't ya? I looked up to see red hair and vivid green eyes. Kohaku-san!
Is it okay for a daughter of the noble family to walk outside?
No, it's not. Not supposed to be. Kohaku-san had a fed-up look on his face. Just going with a simple, hello. Never mind anything else, just, hi. Hello, Kohaku-san. I'm so glad to see you.
Yo.
I greeted him with a smile, and he answered while scratching his cheek with his finger. What brings you to the city? I was surprised to see Kohaku-san, a Tengu, at the market.
Just some errands.
He spit his words out and looked away. Such an obvious lie. I never thought you would shop at the market.
Well, I actually hate this place because it really smells like humans.
Kohaku-san snorted and frowned. Why would he be in a market if he hates humans? Because of you! Kohaku-san made a face at me when I tilted my neck in wonder.
I didn't come here to see you. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, typical tsundere. The most typical kind. Did you come looking for me because I wasn't in the mansion?
No. I'm just here because Chitose told me to go get some stuff.
You're here for shopping? But you don't seem to have bought anything.
I'm on my way. It's not like I've been looking for you.
Oh my god. Can he get more cliche? His face was going all red by the minute. It looks like I was right. Thank you for trying to find me.
I said it's not... Oh, I don't care.
Kohaku-san messed up his hair with his hand. Well, at least I'm not totally oblivious and believing what he's saying. Did I make him mad? I peeked up at his face from below to see him mumbling something.
So, are you here to buy some salt?
Kohaku-san pointed at the bag of salt in my arms. Yes, will you carry it for me? Yes, we ran out of salt in our mansion, so I came to buy some.
Are you really the daughter of a noble house?
I made a bitter smile to his fed-up eyes. My family isn't rich, so I also cook at times. I do what I can. Aw, what a good daughter.
Oh well, not that I care.
He muttered without interest and crossed his arms behind his neck.
Anything else you gonna buy?
I bought what I needed most, but was there anything else? I would like to buy some dried apricots for a souvenir. I followed Kohaku-san, who started to walk ahead. He suddenly stopped and grabbed the salt from my arms. Thank you, that's very gentlemanly.
I got this. It's heavy, right?
He said dryly and started walking again. Thank you. Kohaku-san just laughed with his nose and didn't answer. He's rough, but he's kind. I have to buy some apricots, which he loves. As Kohaku-san told me, I found some dried apricots just ahead. There were many other things like dried peach and dried persimmon. These dried apricots look very nice. Thanks for telling me about this place. Yep, he would know it's his favorite place. I bought some dried peach as well. The sweet and sour smell was making me want to eat right away.
It's nothing.
In Kohaku-san's hand was a package of dried peach as well. Is that for Chitose-san?
Yeah, he likes sweet stuff.
Kohaku-san said while dropping his eyes to the package. His tone was dry, but he had a gentle face.
What, you want to say something?
Kohaku-san asked dubiously, realizing I was staring at him. I just thought that you really like him. But not in that way.
What? Who would like that half-deaf old guy?
Hey, is that any way to talk about someone who's taking care of you all this time? Kohaku-san yelled out, his face all red.
Give me a break. You're giving me goosebumps.
Kohaku-san shivered and started walking fast. Oh, Kohaku-san? I rushed after him as he was going to walk through the gate of the market.
No difference from here to your house. I'll carry your salt.
Kohaku-san walked even faster without looking back. Thank you.
Huh.
His ears were red. Was he blushing? It was when we turned the corner from the main street to the small road. A great wind burst through, and I almost couldn't keep standing. Time for Asahi-san to show up. Yikes!
Damn!
Kohaku-san grabbed my arm and pulled me close.
Hold this for me.
Kohaku-san stood in front of me and threw over the packages of dried fruit and salt. Yes! I grasped the packages so as not to drop them. With the wind came some heavy air I had never experienced before, and I had goosebumps. A wind bursted again. The moment I thought we were going to be hit, Kohaku-san reached his arm out toward the wind.
Back off!
The wind was repelled right in front of us as Kohaku-san shouted. An invisible wall protected us, but was it Kohaku-san's power?
You might think you've hidden in the wind, but you're so damn easy.
Kohaku-san threw his right arm out. A huge leaf fan emerged to be held by him. Kohaku-san waved his fan toward the spiral of wind in front of him to create 3 balls of fire. Wow! A blast thundered in front of me, and white smoke spread around.
Grrr.
I heard the voice of 2 animals. 2 skinny creatures appeared beyond the smoke. Well, you know who those are. Please don't kill them in this route. I love cute fuzzy little animals, and they sound kind of like ferrets. They're kind of like a mix between foxes and ferrets, and they sound so cute. They must have become weakened by Kohaku-san's attack, and their moves were slow.
Izunas?
They were foxes, so thin they could fit in a bamboo tree. One had gold eyes, and one had silver eyes.
Grrr.
The beasts were glaring at Kohaku-san with its hair ruffled up. Izuna? Is that the name of that fox?
Yeah, they're the familiar spirits, otherwise called pipe fox.
Kohaku-san nodded and waved his fan again. The sound of wind being cut up echoed, and forces blasted into each other between Kohaku-san and the Izunas.
Ah!
An attack hit Kohaku-san, and a cut was made on his cheek. The cut started to bleed, but Kohaku-san kept waving his fan.
Grrr.
A small fireball that Kohaku-san created directly hit the Izunas. Kohaku-san approached the Izuna with its hair steaming with black smoke and picked it up by its tail.
It doesn't smell of Tengu.
What do you mean by that? I walked over and looked at the Izuna with its hair all burned up.
The Tengu of the East use Izuna as familiars, but there's no Tengu smell behind them.
Does that mean we were attacked by something that's not Tengu?
That's right.
We heard the sound of a crowd coming this way from the main street. They must have heard the blast.
Let's fly. It's gonna be messy if they find us.
Kohaku-san said shortly and held me up with his left arm. His wings emerged, and with a kick of his feet we quickly gained height. Hey, his wings haven't come out yet. Come on, show 'em. Kohaku-san looked at the 2 Izunas he carried in his right hand. Oh, we're taking them with us, huh?
Hey, who sent you here? Answer or I'll grill you.
The Izunas looked away in disinterest. They seemed to understand his words.
You.
The Izunas flapped their ears as Kohaku-san twitched his brows.
Alright then. 2 orders of grilled Izuna coming right up.
No, don't do it! As he finished his words, his right hand holding the tails of the Izunas flamed up. Eek! The Izunas seemed to be screaming in pain. No! Please don't kill them! I couldn't see any longer, but Kohaku-san made a frown at my words.
These things tried to kill us.
I don't want to see you kill, and after all, we're okay. He gave me a suspicious look for a while, but released his hand. The Izunas jumped away as soon as they were free.
This time I'll let you go, but next time I'll make sure you're going to be grilled well done.
Kohaku-san spit out in a deep tone of voice, and the 2 Izuna ran off for their lives. They're gone.
Don't be a hypocrite, or somebody's going to deceive you.
I'm not a hypocrite, just naive. I answered, confused by his fed-up look. But I'm still happy because your hands aren't stained with blood.
Strange girl.
Kohaku-san narrowed his eyes and revealed his wings. We returned to the area dense with noble family mansions. Eventually, I recognized a familiar building. He flew down and landed in the garden without a sound.
Here, your stuff. I'll put them here.
Kohaku-san stepped on the duckboard and put down my stuff. Thank you.
Well then.
Hey, please wait! I was saved. Thank you for that. You saved me a couple times today.
I didn't do anything.
The blushing. Kohaku-san looked at the ground and started playing with the dirt. You helped me with my shopping, and you saved me from the Ayakashi. He shook his head slowly and looked up at my face.
I was there by coincidence, that's all.
Without you, I can't imagine what would have happened. I took a step closer to him. Uh-oh, what am I doing? And I was happy to be able to be with you.
Hey, let go.
As I wrapped my hand around his face went all red and forced his hand away.
Don't get all mixed up. I hate humans.
He floated in the air and flew away. Oh, we chased him away. Oh, Kohaku-san. You were too forward. I couldn't move a step until he was out of sight. Huh. And more dream again. Well, this is the first time, he's showing up. And I'm guessing Kohaku's gonna come visit us. A great wind burst toward the man. The man made a long step back and punched his right hand up into the sky. Yikes! A red fireball dashed before my eyes. It was a direct hit on the man, but was blocked by an invisible shield. The sound of a bird's wings close by followed.
Stay away from Sumire.
Kohaku-san? Kohaku-san landed in front of me and waved his leaf fan in his right hand. A whirlwind of flame appeared and attacked the man.
Are you alright?
Yes, thank you for coming to save me.
Chitose said you were in danger. Glad I came.
Was it his premonition? Chitose-san said that.
He can see a little of the future.
He sensed I was in danger. Without Kohaku-san here, what would have happened to me by now?
Be careful. You could have hurt me, you know.
A bright laughter sounded from behind the smoke.
You damaged my favorite set of kimono.
That's all you have to say for yourself. He laughed, narrowing his eyes. A beast's ears and 3 tails. He has pointy beast ears, the same color as his hair, and has 3 tails. Just like a fox.
Indeed, I am a fox Ayakashi.
The man nodded and made an elegant bow.
My name is Asahi, the fox Ayakashi.
His smile was gentle, but had an evil sense behind it. Asahi-san?
Correct.
Seeing him answer with a smile, Kohaku-san stepped aside to cover my body.
I knew I smelled some fox odor around.
I'm also getting nauseous from crow odor.
Asahi-san covered his nose and mouth with his sleeve.
What did you say?
Asahi-san smiled as Kohaku-san yelled in rage.
You were, I believe, Hiei Tengu, that is in custody of Atago Tengu.
So what?
The foolish Tengu, his mountain he could not protect, was taken by humans.
Shut up!
Kohaku-san's roar created many fireballs around him. As he threw them all at Asahi-san, there was a great blast. Oh! Before I knew it, I was back in my room, face down. I must have been blown away from the blast. I could move my body. Kohaku-san? I looked up to see Kohaku-san's back shining with red light all over his body.
You've really messed me up.
It's a famous story. The former Hiei Tengu lost the battle with the monks from Ryakuji 16 years ago. There were 2 young Tengu other than the guardian Tengu back then in Hiei Mountain, right?
Shut up!
Kohaku-san said in a deep voice.
One abandoned Hiei and changed size to Hira Mountain, and another was a Tengu without a mountain, taken into custody by Atago Tengu.
Stop talking!
Asahi-san blocked Kohaku-san's attack with one hand. Is that true? I slowly sat up and asked Asahi-san.
It is. This Tengu has no mountain to return to.
Oh no.
Hiei Mountain no longer has a god. It is said that it has gone somewhere.
I finally understood why Kohaku-san hated humans so much. Kohaku-san. I stared at Kohaku-san's back, trembling in anger.
Guardian Tengu are supposed to protect the mountain all their life. You and Hira Tengu are both unworthy.
You know nothing about Guardian Tengu.
Kohaku-san shoved down his leaf fan.
I don't even want to know.
Asahi-san destroyed the attack with his hand and kicked the ground. He jumped close to Kohaku-san and placed his palm on Kohaku-san's chest.
I hate Tengu.
What? Ah!
A blue-white light came from his palm, and Kohaku-san was blown away. Are you alright, Kohaku?
Leave me alone.
Kohaku-san was blown right next to me. I reached out to check his wound, but he slapped my hand away. Kohaku-san stood up in front of me and held his fan.
If you hand her over, I might let you go.
Asahi-san entered my room, his eyes narrowed.
Bullcrap!
Why me? Because I have Kenki powers? Asahi-san twitched his lips as I asked with a trembling voice.
Correct. No other human has such strong Kenki talent.
Are you going to eat me? Asahi-san blinked several times to my words and burst out laughing.
Oh, I would never do such a thing. Fox Ayakashi are getting fewer and fewer. So are the Tengu.
Is that so? I tilted my head, not understanding what he was trying to say.
For the sake of my kind, I would like you to give birth to my children.
What? I lost my words in surprise.
Cut it out!
Kohaku-san yelled, and the atmosphere around him changed.
After all, you're also after her powers, right?
That's the Kurama Tengu, not me.
I heard Otago Tengu warned him not to approach her until the Goseiji dance is over.
Why do you know that?
My familiar told me.
Asahi-san looked at me and smiled. Familiar? Those Izunas? Were the Ayakashi that attacked us when we were shopping at the market Asahi-san's familiars?
That's right. Aren't they cute?
He was smiling happily, but I couldn't say yes. Why not? They are cute.
This useless Tengu approached you, turning his back on Kurama Tengu. This is betrayal.
I have to agree, and I'm also kind of betraying him too because I haven't even thought of him since Kohaku's been around. At least with Chitose I mentioned it. But, alright, we're going to stop this video here, and we'll continue in the next episode. I'm happy I'm spacing this right so we'll get 3, like we did with Chitose. So yeah, the rules about her life seem to be a little bit different in Kohaku's route than they were in the others. I'm really curious as to how the last route will go in light of those things. Well anyway, hope to see you in the next video. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.